Hello again, Frank Ernest Stranger followers, or should I say Valiant Thor followers. To all those that gave me comments, much respect to you. You know, hey, it's my pleasure doing this because I'm doing what others have not done, and that's reveal that the Valiant Thor story is a hoax. Okay, thank you for the 1,000 viewers. Um, Pretty much, I do this just because I feel that everyone needs to know the truth. Okay, and I haven't seen much people talk about this Valiant Thor story in terms of revealing the man behind the curtain, which I have, and no one has done a closer look at this story than I have, because it was quite obvious that you can see, right? You got a man, an elder man, going around showing a picture of a young man. Okay? It could have been anyone. Just like this photograph right here, as you guys can see, right? This is the Bible college that Frank went to. He's right here, like I showed you guys, right? And you guys can look it up, so you guys don't think this is me doing this. I'm not a photographer. You know, I'm not a hoaxer. I'm not with the Illuminati. I'm not a government agent of any kind. I'm just a normal American citizen doing this. It's just because I got tired of people, talking about this story as fact when in fact it's not. Ancient Alien, a good program which I like myself, because I'm an open-minded person. Like I tell you guys, I'm open-minded. However, when they mentioned about the Valiant Thor story, I was like, oh my God, how can they do that? Considering that, when you throw something on the air, whether it be TV or something, you gotta make sure you have the facts, So again, going back to this elder man going around with a picture he kept showing of young people, that didn't mean anything. Okay? And that's why I chose to look at Frank, because I'm like, I wonder, what does Frank look like when he was younger, And then I started realizing the hairline, because he combed over his hair all the time. It looks like it was from left to right. So that's how he always, as you can see, as a young man, pretty much all his life, that's what he's been doing, combing his hair from left to right. And if you look at Valiant Thor's hair, you see that it's from left to right, the same way. All right? Of course, you've seen that Frank always wore suits. No surprise there, right? Frank was right-handed. No surprise there, right? Valiant Thor is right-handed because he had a pen on his right hand, right? Even though, like I've been telling you guys throughout these videos, that the man that was sitting at Howard Menger's home in 1956 was not no alien being called Valiant Thor. It was Frank. Okay? That was Frank writing down notes, because he'd been into the UFO alien phenomenon since 1945. Now that we're on the year 1945, let me show you guys something real quick, okay? This right here is an enlistment for, to join the military. So it's like an enlistment. So if there came a draft, he would have been part of it. As you guys can see, his name, right? Race, relationship to draftee himself, birthplace Brooklyn, New York. You guys can look that up and you see this is him. Birthday October 6, 1927, which it is his birthday. His residence at the time was Green Lane, Montgomery, Pennsylvania, USA. Registration date 1945. Occupation student. His weight was about 140. Okay, his complexion was ruddy. His eye color brown. Hair color, brown. What do you guys see? Do you guys see what I see? Brown. Okay? As you guys can remember in his book, and of course throughout his lectures, he kept saying Valiant Thor had brown hair. Right? I've been telling you guys, his original hair color is brown. It never been black. He changed it to change his identity so that you guys cannot realize that he's Valiant Thor. Okay? So As you guys can see, his height is 5'9". No surprise there when I said that Frank was describing Valiant Thor's height as 6 feet, because of course, once again, he doesn't want you to detail that he is one and the same person. And he's not from Venus, mind you. He is from Brooklyn, New York. That's where he been from, okay? And his father, Natalo, I'm sorry if I said it wrong, strangers. He was in the military. I did say in one of my videos that I didn't know at the time, of course, because I wasn't looking into it. But I did look into it, and yes, his father was in the military. But that still does not give him privileges, special privileges to get inside the Pentagon or the White House or any other place for that matter. It's all about having clearance when it comes to these places in here in America, of course. You can't just be some random citizen and you think you're just going to get in there because you think you're you. No, that's not the way it works. Okay? But anyways, as you guys saw, right? Brown hair as Frank had. He had the same wavy hair because he describes Valiant Thor as he's showing you, and you can see in the pictures like I've been showing you guys. The wavy hair, same as his. Okay? He's right-handed, same as him. So because you guys saw that he had a pen in those photographs, right? He had a pen on his right hand. And he's writing notes with his right hand. I'm just trying to show you guys, man. All these lies. Lies. Yeah, someone keeps saying, well, Laura Eisenhower talked about Valiant Thor. Listen, she wasn't there either. So how can she say anything about Valiant Thor? She's going according to what people are trying to say. I don't know if she knows it's fact. Why would she think it's fact if it's not? Okay? Again, you guys can believe me or not, but I'm just trying to tell you guys that people are trying to benefit from this story. They're trying to get money from it. So when you got people like Craig Campobasso, who's doing he already made the movie, obviously, and he's writing more books and other stuff, and see, come on, guys, you can't put 2 and 2 together. Are you guys that stupid out there? Are you guys that stupid? You can clearly see hair color, eye color brown. Frank Ernest Strangers. There you go. There's only one Frank Ernest Strangers who was born in 1927, October 6. I dare anyone to come out and say, well, that's a wrong information. No, it's not. It's a clear information. And that's how he describes Valiant Thor to you guys out there. Well, to me too, of course, because remember, at first, I thought the story was interesting. And I still believe the story is interesting in terms of a science fiction story. Yeah, I believe it's a good one. Yeah, of course. But, when you're trying to throw it out as a factual event, no. It doesn't fly. It doesn't fly, not one bit. So you guys can keep believing if you want to believe it, like I said in my videos, You can comment, give me your opinions. I mean, if you hate the video of mine, I don't care, but I'm just showing you guys facts so you can see Valiant Thor is a fraud. It's not real. Valiant Thor was Frank Ernest Strangers himself. Okay? Because, again, it's typical answers that I got back from Julie Strangers when I said, why did Frank not show pictures after the 1950s of Valiant Thor? Because Valiant Thor didn't age, so according to her, Valiant Thor didn't allow them to take photographs. So that was the typical answer. And then when I asked her again about, I didn't mention this before to you guys, when I did mention about the death of Frank, when I said, why didn't Valiant Thor save him? Because of course he can heal people, right? And he did heal Frank, according to Frank. And then she said, oh, because they murdered him in, I guess, the hospital or something, that he was murdered or something. But of course, then again, see? It's the typical answer. It's the run away and come back with something that's not real. These people are, you know, they thrive on lying. That's what they do, guys. That's all they do, is thrive on lying all day long. Here's something I wanted to show you guys also. Okay? It's a website. You can look it up, memorial websites. This man's name was Jesse J. Womble. He passed away, of course. He was born June 9th, 1921. Passed away January 11th, 1945. He was in the military, as I will show you. And this is him right here. And of course, people are going to be like, oh no, that's Valiant Thor, right? Well, let me tell you guys who thought this is Valiant Thor, okay? What happened was Augie C. Roberts, the photographer, the professional photographer, right? He put his head on Frank Strange's body and made this photograph. That way, you guys cannot really identify Frank. Don't believe me, though. You know? Okay, this guy was a real guy. His name is Jesse J. Womble, United States, Kansas City, as you guys can see. County. Planet Venus. He died in Belgium, France. That's where he died at. You know, and then, of course, he was in the military. This photograph right here is the one that I didn't really show you guys because I knew that it wasn't Frank. And of course, I can tell it's not Frank, obviously. You can tell, look at their hairline, it's different. And then this guy, Womble, has the same hairline. You know, hairlines don't lie, guys, you know. It doesn't lie. Because this man right here that we're looking at, remember, Frank Ernest Stranger said wavy hair. He's describing his own hair. That's not wavy hair, guys, okay? That's not wavy hair. So, you can tell the difference between that gentleman right there and this one right here. That one, as you can see, is the same man that I showed you guys earlier, Frank. Okay? So we got two people that were used to become one. Reason being, because they didn't want you to identify Frank. See, look at the hairline. Do you see the hairline now, guys? Frank Ernest Strange's always had his hair that way, as you guys can see. I call it the comb over, if you know, if you want to call it that, but you see, it doesn't look like this guy right here. So, you know, I had arguments with people saying to me, well, that's not Frank. That's not Frank. And I said, no shit. I know that's not Frank. This guy right here is not Frank. I never said he was Frank. I never said he was Frank. I said that this guy right here is Frank. That's what I said. As you guys saw from my photographs, that is him. Okay? That is him. You know, we can do this all day, guys. We can do this all day. That's him right here. That's him right there. Okay? So, you know, it just bothers me that people can just go on and on and on and claim these are facts. They're not fact. Okay? Then you're talking about this guy, Andrew Bird. He was the grandson of this late admiral. That's a lie. Come on, guys. Look it up. You'll see. The guy wasn't even related. Okay? These people, what they did is they tried their hardest to make this story a factual story. And that's what Phil Snyder did after, in 1996, 95, 96, when he started talking about Valiant Thor. But who did we hear about Valiant Thor first? Frank Ernest Strangers, of course. The only man speaking about Valiant Thor. You would expect Augie C. Roberts, who took the photographs, to be talking about it. But not in any of his interviews will you hear him say anything about anyone named Valiant Thor from Venus or anything. He keeps talking about spaceships and, you know, how he took a lot of photographs from spaceships. Look up the interviews. I'm not going to tell you where they're at. You look them up. I took my time to find what I had to find for this story. All right? And I feel that despite what I say, people don't want to believe, because this is Frank right here. Frank Ernest Strangers, Valiant Thor. Same guy I've been showing you guys. And whatever, if you guys don't believe it, don't believe it. Simple as that. Okay? Simple as that. This is the man who lied to everyone, and people to this day believe that Valiant Thor is real when he's not. And you can clearly see something is wrong with the photographs. You don't have to be a professional photographer to know that there's something wrong with the photographs. Okay? But anyways, I mean, you guys can think whatever you want. Comment down below. Give me your opinions. Give me a like, give me a dislike if you like. Doesn't matter to me, you know. But for those that continue to give me a dislike, I'm just calling it like it is. Okay? I'm calling it like it is. You want me to validate this story and say it's real? It's not real. If it was real, I'd tell you it was real, but it's not real. Too much evidence against it proving that this story is not real. Now, I know there's other people out there making videos now and still talking about Valiant Thor as fact. It's not fact. And I'm sick and tired of this, you know, going back and forth with people. But like I said, listen, if you don't like my videos, move on. You know, I'm trying to open your eyes that this guy right here, Valiant Thor, Frank Ernest Strangers, okay, he lied to all of y'all. All of y'all. He ain't no goddamn Venusian. He's a man from Earth. Okay? Count, investigate and see how many people besides Frank who've been calling themselves Venusians for years. There's a whole lot, people. There's a whole lot. People claiming to be from Venus, from Saturn, from Mars. There's people out there that are like that. There's people saying they're human-alien hybrids out here. And a lot of you people just believe that shit. It's unfortunate, man, you know? It's unfortunate. I'm just trying to open your eyes. But yet you guys out there get mad at me because I'm showing you something that's factual. Believe what you want, I guess. If you want to keep believing this bullcrap. Like I said, Howard Menger never spoke about no Valiant Thor, even years later. Even years later, he still didn't speak about no Valiant Thor. Ask yourself the question, why? If he was the host of his own conference in Highbridge, New Jersey, why didn't he speak of someone named Valiant Thor? Why didn't August C. Roberts, who took the photographs? Why didn't August C. Roberts mention it in any of his interviews? Why didn't August C. Roberts didn't mention in the Saucerian Bulletin? Because like I told you guys, he worked for Gray Barker. And if he was there for Gray Barker. Because of course, Gray Barker was one of those that he didn't really believe in that stuff. So it was more like he wants to make money off of it because he knew that by pushing out more lies, he can easily make money that way. So that's what he did. And he even encouraged people to make books and lie and make money. That's what Frank did. You know, so those of you that think that Frank in his book, Stranger at the Pentagon, which was published in 1967 by who? Frank himself. Look it up. The International Evangelist Crusades. Okay, that's his own company. It's not like some special publication and they looked at his and gave him perfect views. You know? Hey, this book is great to read. He knew they weren't going to accept that shit. But anyways, I'm going to close this video and you guys can comment down below. Subscribe if you like. You don't have to. You can like, you can dislike. Give me your thoughts. I want to hear some thoughts out there, people. You know? Be grateful that I was the one to show you that this is Valiant Thor. Frank. Okay? Proof. Proof. I sent it to Craig Campobasso and listen, he didn't even give me a response yet. He knows the truth. And the truth is, this story's a hoax. Come on, man. Frank, original hair color is brown. Oh my God, I can't believe how these people out there, man. You guys are unbelievable out there. You know, it's unbelievable. All I can say is, guys, good luck. And I will be back for more, you know, because I'm always compelled to put more of these videos, because when I see people make more videos about Valiant Thor, it just makes me, because I don't like people being deceived by these people that are just trying to get your your hard-earned dollars out there, guys. So anyways, like I said, I'm going to close here. And you guys do what you want. If you don't believe that's Valiant Thor, Frank, the same guy that wears pinky rings like I showed you guys in my videos. And, oh man, listen. Plain and simple, if you guys don't believe me, just don't believe me, okay? I'm not no young kid. I'm 43 years old. It's not like, you know, I'm just some young kid that decided to play around with this stuff. No, 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 no. I'm an older guy, and yeah, I like, you know, extraterrestrials and stuff like that. I like, you know, I like having an open mind, like I told you guys. I'm just not going to be fooled by people that come to me with sketches and photographs from the 1950s. But then they can't show me any photographs of these ageless individuals, but they can't show me of a 2017 photograph of the same individual, which of course is right there, Valiant Thor, Frank. So, you know, I blew a hole in the Valiant Thor story. And also, here you go, for those of you who want to continue believing, sorry to tell you, but Valiant Thor is right here. That's Valiant Thor. Hey, Valiant Thor, how the hell are you? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, is that all your Venusian friends? Ah, man. Let me give them all names. Hey, that's Eddie Thor. That's Thor with Thor, and that one is Sean Thor. And come on, really, people? Really? Because that's exactly what he did with the photographs. He gave people names. Dina Thor, his wife. And then Valdina, his daughter, right? Valiant Thor's daughter is Valdina. Check it out, people. In Italy, there's a city or a province called Valdina. Check it out so you can see it's not me. I'm telling you guys, Frank was full of it. You know, and again, man, when I see people throw things like with this Valiant Thor story, it just makes me laugh, because it's pathetic how they go so low as to lie to make a quick buck. That's fucked up, you know? Well, anyways, I'm closing right here, guys, and you guys take care out there, and you'll see more of me, because I'm going to continue to put more holes into this story until this story is rammed to the ground, because it's not real. Bye.